The objective of the robot arm operations is to demonstrate and check out the functionality of the force moment accommodation algorithm within the system. That algorithm is set up to help adjust the robot arm if there's any misalignment in operation of the arm. So the motion that it will go through today is moving it in close to grapple a fixture, a pin on the outside of the station, actually on the mobile base system that the arm is operating from. It will be commanded over to another pin. There are 4 on that platform, and will be slightly misaligned about 3 centimeters in 2 different directions, 2 different times, so 4 separate operations. And when it is in place and offset slightly, the snare cables will be commanded to be closed by the crew members, and the algorithm should adjust for that slight misalignment around the pin. As mentioned, there are 4 different operations that the crew will go through, and first 2 different directions, and the algorithm should first, in those movements, detect the misalignment and actively move the arm to align it correctly. And then in the second 2 misalignment operations, the algorithm should command the joints in the arm to go into the limp mode so that the load or the misalignment is alleviated. When that operation is complete, the crew members will command the end of the arm into its normal configuration and just in a pre-grapple position just above the pin. That entire operation is scheduled to take about 2 hours, and the crew members are just getting set up inside the Destiny Lab to begin that now. Earlier today, Barrett and Padalka worked together to go through a routine checkout of the communication system in the Russian segment. And Wakata worked on printing out a procedure for some routine maintenance of the treadmill that will be conducted next week on the station. All 3 of the crew members also scheduled for their routine exercise for the day, about 2 hours of exercise using 2 different machines on board. Typically that treadmill that was mentioned, and a resistive exercise device that simulates weightlifting in space. On Thursday, astronaut Michael Barrett completed setting up one of the experiments on board the station. He was working inside the Destiny Lab to install the agricultural camera, the experiment called AgCam, that will use a camera mounted inside the lab, pointed out the window that faces the Earth. This video was recorded Thursday on board the station. Barrett worked a couple days throughout the week to install this hardware. The camera will take frequent images of the Earth in visible and infrared light of vegetated areas, including farmland, rangeland, grasslands, forests, and wetlands, primarily in the northern Great Plains and Rocky Mountain regions of the United States. Farmers, ranchers, and other users will be able to send requests for imagery to the AgCam Science Operations Center at the University of North Dakota. And students at the university will send commands to the camera to take the images. Then those will be downlinked to Mission Control and then transferred back to the AgCam Science Operations Center for distribution. The camera is installed and standing by for operations, that not having begun quite yet. Again, Barrett completed that work on Thursday, which also was his 50th birthday.
And Houston's on 2 for Robo. We are ready to start step 1 of the SSRMS FMA.
And we are ready for you to begin.
Copying and work.
This is now a view back inside the space station's U.S. Destiny laboratory, where astronaut Michael Barrett and astronaut Koichi Wakata of the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency are preparing to move the space station's robotic arm, just getting started in that procedure. To operate Canadarm2, the crew members use a robotics workstation that is located in the lab, consisting of laptop computers and a hand controller. They monitor the arm's motion through a graphic depiction of the arm, as well as any video camera views from cameras posted on the outside of the station as well as on the arm itself. The first part of the procedure is to move the space station robotic arm into place for the checkout of that force moment accommodation system. Through that motion, the cameras on the arm will be used to look at different workspaces on the outside of the station. And cameras mounted on the space station itself will